Here are my two best teams for the new Kizuna Super Boss versus Moria. Against the int variation, we are going to use 6-star Gear 5 Luffy with the front captain of Ace Yamato to resist some debuffs, and for our dual units we want to enter on Ace and Sanji. We also want to make certain that we have support Bartolomeo on Robin to deal with paralysis in the final stage. Any paralysis removing support will work. We want Zoro Sanji and Bon Clay in the bottom row, and we also want to make certain that we have access to Luffy's EX Super. In stage 2, super swap Sanji to Zoro for the full board of matching slots, the attack boost and the ore boost, and then activate Toki, transitioning the bottom row units, Zoro Sanji and Bon Clay, into the Toki Toki state, so they can evade the silence after the final stage preemptive. Now we don't need any other specials, super easily beat Nightmare Luffy. You can even activate the super tandem of Zoro Sanji if you want to, and proceed. Of course, we need to beat him in one turn. Something else that I have to note, you don't need to use the Don Krieg ship. I decided to use it to bypass resilience, but because the damage nullification shield cannot be removed, the end of turn damage won't apply anyway. So if you are close on beating the boss, you can replace Bon Clay with someone to deal with resilience, and if you are not, just use Bon Clay and the normal ship for maximum damage, because resilience wouldn't matter anyway. After our support deals with paralysis, we want to activate Demon Robin to apply defense down through immunity and gain a conditional attack boost. Then we want to activate Bon Clay for the base attack boost on everyone. We don't need to swap his color or classes. Then comes the super swap and special of Ace Yamato for chain boundaries, to ignite Moria through immunity and gain our second conditional attack boost, since Demon Robin of course allows it. After that comes the EX Super of Luffy first, so we can transition him into the Gear 5 state, and then his special, so we can transition all of our slots into Psy. We can get a color affinity boost for our Psy units, and we also increase the outgoing damage of our Psy slots. Because of the Gear 5 state, he allows us to also ignore the damage nullification shield, and finally we want to activate the special and EX Super of Zoro Sanji to boost our chain, but also already existing attack boost and ore boost. Now we are ready to attack in this order for maximum damage. Toki and Robin, Ace Yamato, Zoro Sanji, Bon Clay, and then Luffy, ending with his Rasugo special, and of course the higher you have it, the better for damage, but in this case the damage is not properly showcased because of resilience. Versus the Q variation, we are going to use double 10th anniversary Ace as captain, and two things are very important for Ace. Number 1, we want access to his EX Super. He gets it because of Roger and Sabo. And number 2, we want Legend Izo support on our Captain Ace, so when we hit a perfect with Ace in the final stage, Izo can remove the one remaining turn of damage reduction. In stage 2 though, first we want to super swap Rayleigh to Gaban, so for our dual unit we want to enter on Rayleigh. The super swap will provide us with a chain boost. Then, before activating Gaban, we want to activate our captain's special. Ace will provide us with a full board of matching slots and an ore boost for the remainder of the quest. Then with his EX Super, we also get an attack boost. Then comes Gaban, so they can be in the dual form and remove special bind from everyone. And finally comes Anniversary Legend Sabo, who, because we have a chain boost from the super swap, can provide us with 3 turns of chain boundaries. That way we can carry it over to the final stage, something very helpful, and of course we immediately beat ores with all of that damage to proceed and face off versus Moria. The first thing we want to do after Moria's preemptive is activate Zoro. He will deal with the entirety of Threshold and 5 out of the 6 turns of damage reduction, while also providing us with a color affinity boost. Then we want to activate Roger. I'm pretty certain activating him once is fine. I will activate him twice here, we get a base attack boost from him. And finally we are going to activate the special and EX super of Ace. For the conditional attack boost, the full board of matching slots, to of course deal with paralysis and gain an attack boost from his EX super. Now we want to attack, in this order, making certain we hit a perfect without our Sip because we can deal with Sip Bind with our Captain Ace. So Sabo first, Captain Ace second to hit a perfect remove damage reduction, then Roger, Zoro, Rayleigh Gaban ending on the friend Captain Ace to hit the Rasugo, and the higher its level the more the damage. In this example, the Rasugo limit break ability was level 2. And if you have watched up until now, hopefully you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. But if you didn't click off, I also have an amazing tip for you for the second team, so you can do more damage. Use 10th anniversary Roger if you do have him, because I don't, instead of the free-to-play Roger, and then use Robin and Jinbe instead of Zoro. That way, not only can you deal with Sip Bind because of Robin Jinbe's limit break ability, you can also remove Izo from your team, since Robin Jinbe will deal with both the defensive effects Moria has. And these are my two best teams versus the Super Boss. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and of course if you want to gain Super Boss tokens, you can check the video on the left with my 6 different normal boss teams for this Kizuna. And as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.